Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss about the full wave rectifier with capacitor filter. The circuit diagram shown in the screen is a center tapped full wave rectifier with a capacitor filter and a resistive load. Let's see the circuit diagram in a simulation software. This circuit diagram consists of a single diode and it is a half wave rectifier. Now we are going to add one more diode to make this circuit a full wave rectifier. Let's see how it will be connected. Another diode is placed. Now the waveform of a full wave rectifier is shown in the graph, and we know in the full wave rectifier both the negative half cycle and the positive half cycle is present at the output, and this is the output of a full wave rectifier. Now we are going to add a capacitor at the output of a full wave rectifier. So stopping the simulation, giving some space for adding the capacitor. Now we are going to add a capacitor. The capacitor was selected from the passive components, and here is the capacitor, and we are adding the capacitor at the output just parallel to the load resistor. And making the connections. Let's see what will happen at the output. Going for the simulation. So a low value capacitor, a 100 microfarad capacitor, will give the output a high rippled one, and we are increasing the capacitor value into 1000 microfarad, so the output will be a less rippled waveform. So we are again now increasing the capacitor value into 2000 microfarad, then the output will be, the ripple will be less compared to the previous stage. Again we are increasing the capacitor value into a 5000 microfarad. Now we are going for the simulation, and we can see the output waveform is a low rippled DC voltage, just like a straight line. Now we are going for the real-time simulation. We are making a circuit of full wave rectifier with the capacitor filter.
Okay, let's connect the circuit on the breadboard. So that we want a transformer, two 1N4001 diodes and one load resistor, and here the capacitor we are using for the filtering purpose. And if you want to check the voltage across the terminals of the transformer, you can use a multimeter. It's optional. So let's connect the circuit on the breadboard and let's see what happened to the ripple factor. while we are measuring. So as per the circuit diagram, we are going to connect the end terminals of the transformer to the diodes. Before that, we have to discuss about the ripple factor. What is a ripple factor? The ripple factor is a measure of the effectiveness of a rectifier circuit. It is defined as the ratio of RMS value of the AC component, that means the ripple component, IRRMS in the output waveform to the DC component, that means VDC in the output waveform. That is the ripple factor. So let's connect the circuit and we're gonna check that what is happened to the ripple factor. We're gonna compare the ripple factor of the half wave rectifier and the full wave rectifier. Now, how does the capacitor reduce the ripple factor? How it is happening? Actually reducing ripples in the power supplies. Yes, the ripple can be reduced by smoothing the capacitor, which convert the ripple voltage into the smooth DC voltage. That is, repeated DC pulses charges the capacitor to the peak voltage, and the factors to consider when selecting the capacitor are the working voltage and the capacitance value. That means our intention is to reduce the ripple factor as much as possible. The capacitor is doing this thing. Actually, that is what the purpose of the capacitor, right? So if you increase the value of the capacitor, you will get the ripple factor as much as minimum, right? Now let's check the output waveform in the CRO. Here we selected the channel 1 for the input signal and channel 2 for output signal. You can decide how you're gonna set the time per division and voltage per division on CRO. Now you are seeing the input signal on the CRO. So you can put to channel 2, then you can see the output waveform of the center tapped full wave rectifier. See, there is no neglection of the negative half cycle. You can see only the positive half cycle. This is the output of the center tapped full wave rectifier. Now if you want to see the ripples, you can filter the output by adding a capacitor across the load resistance. Then you can see how the ripples gonna appear on the CRO. Now this is the capacitor I am going to add across the load resistor. Let's see what is going to happen. See, this is the output right now. So there is no AC component. Most of the AC component is neglected and only DC components. This is the ripple voltages. So we are going to calculate the ripple factor by the mathematical equation, and we're going to compare what is happens the ripple factor of full wave rectifier as compared with the half wave rectifier. Before that, I have a question. What happens if we increase the capacitor value? Okay, the higher value of the capacitor in farad will have a lower reactance. That means the lower value capacitor in farad will have the higher reactance. As the frequency increases, the reactance decreases for the capacitance. That is happening if you are going to increase the value of the capacitor. A rotor ripple is a good or bad thing? Actually, the ripple current is not good. It causes the losses in the transformer winding and more power dissipation. Now let's calculate the ripple factor of the full wave rectifier with a filter. So from CRO we will get the VRPP voltage equal to 2.5 voltage. So we have the mathematical equations. We are going to calculate the ripple factor. For that we need Vm equal to 9.5 voltage, which is from the CRO. So VRRMS is VRP divided by 2 root 3, which is equal to 2.5 divided by 2 root 3, which gives 2.5 divided by the value of 2 root 3 equal to 3.4641. That is equal to VRRMS equal to 0.72168. Now VDC equal to VM minus VRRP divided by 2, which is equal to 9.5 minus 2.5 divided by 2, which gives 8.25. So the ripple voltage now the ripple factor is calculated by the mathematical equation VRRMS divided by VDC, which is equal to 0.72168 divided by 8.25, which is equal to 0.0874.